Wild weather in the south as a result of Hurricane Idalia. Take a look at this, a car picked up by a tornado. More on the damage from this destructive storm. An airport proposal, how one man's special plans to pop the big question were almost ruined. Hello, everyone. You're watching The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston, and we'll have more on those stories coming up in a moment. But first, you may have noticed gas prices are going up heading into Labor Day weekend. It's $5.37 for a gallon of gas in LA County. That's the highest we've paid in more than 9 months. And if you're heading out of California for the holiday weekend, you'll likely see much lower gas prices. The national average is about $1.50 less than what we're paying. And right now on NBCLA.com and the NBCLA app, we have Labor Day weekend travel tips, including the best times to avoid traffic and a look at the top destinations for this final getaway of summer. And if you're planning to fly somewhere for the holidays in December, you may want to book your flight in the middle of October. A new report from Google Flights shows the average prices tend to be lower 70 days before departure. All right, so here's a look at what kind of information you can get from the recently updated Google Flights. A reporter looked at booking a trip from New York to Miami in December. Google Flights said you could save about $60 by waiting just a few weeks, noting that the lowest price is usually 1 to 3 months before the trip. Google will also tell you if flight prices are high, low, or typical. Now let's check in with meteorologist Belinda De Leon. She's tracking a cooler forecast.
Hi everyone, we say goodbye to August and hello to September. We're getting you ready for the holiday weekend. It's going to be a big pattern change. First of all, we're cooling off. The temperatures on Friday are going to be 5 to 15 degrees below average across the area. The marine layer is returning. That's one of the reasons why we're going to be cooling down. We look ahead to Labor Day and it's going to be refreshing, but we do have to watch out for a chance of storms this weekend for the mountains. Here's the weather setup. We're saying goodbye to this area of high pressure, and over the west coast, a dip in the jet stream, and as an area of low pressure moves closer and closer to our region. This will enhance the marine layer, so we're going to see that marine layer each morning, maybe even some drizzle. And by Monday, we're looking at some much sunnier conditions. Here's a forecast. The trend in West Covina, 90s on Thursday, but then temperatures dip into the low 80s through Sunday, Monday 82, then slow warming through the middle of next week.
A heartbreaking story out of the Inland Empire. A 12-year-old boy is dead after family members say he was forced to run in the sweltering heat. Joshua Robinson suffered a medical emergency during PE late Tuesday afternoon at Canyon Lake Middle School in Lake Elsinore. The temperature at the time was in the low to mid 90s. His aunt, Armana Plummer, tells us her nephew was not dressed for PE and was told to run. She tells us his mother is also a PE instructor at a different school in the district and warned school administrators about the dangerous heat.
She informs the administration, do not let any children go out today for PE.
And what happened?
She gets a call saying he passed out on the field.
We do not yet know the cause of Joshua's death or whether he had any underlying health conditions. The school district released a statement saying in part they are saddened and their hearts are with the family, friends, and school community. Grief counselors are available. All right, take a look at the power of Hurricane Idalia as it made landfall. The storm caused major damage as 100-mile-per-hour winds just ripped through the roof of a gas station in Perry, Florida. We've also learned there are now at least 2 storm-related deaths, and people are now starting to assess the extent of the storm's destruction.
Holy f***, that car's flying! What the?
Wow, unbelievable. Idalia also spawned tornadoes in the south. Incredible. Cell phone video shows a car that was lifted off the road in South Carolina. The National Weather Service says Wednesday's tide in Charleston ranks as the 5th highest peak tide on record at just over 9 feet. Idalia slammed into Florida's Big Bend region as a Category 3 storm after having briefly strengthened to Category 4. More than 300,000 people were left without power in Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. There are extra sheriff patrols in Whittier right now. People in the community are on edge after someone attacked two elderly people, killing one of them. The sheriff says that this is the man they're looking for. They say he attacked a man at home on Fairview Avenue, then ran to another home just 2 blocks away on Goodhue Street. The sheriff says he killed an elderly man in the house and stole his car. Neighbors say the victim was 83-year-old Roland Alexander.
I've known him since I was in 4th grade. He was a kind soul, very friendly. He was a veteran.
Alexander's stolen RAV4 was found in Chino. No sign of the attacker. Detectives believe he's in his 30s, about 5'8" and 150 pounds. They say at both houses he got in through an unlocked door. We're getting a better sense of the sheer terror and chaos that gripped Cook's Corner in Trabuco Canyon during that deadly shooting. Authorities have released 911 calls, and we have to warn you, the recordings are disturbing.
Emergency.
Yeah, my buddy just got shot. We're at Cook's Corner.
Ricochets off. Where'd you get shot at?
Mike, where you shot? Go look. The left side. He's still shooting.
The first 911 calls from Cook's Corner came in just after 7 p.m. 911 operators played a crucial role. They gave life-saving instructions to those who were desperately trying to save the wounded, as well as gathering information about the shooter and passing it on to deputies on the ground. Another alarming moment for Senator Mitch McConnell. The top Senate Republican appeared to freeze Wednesday after being asked a question at an event in Kentucky.
What are your thoughts on running for re-election in 2026?
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's
He didn't speak for nearly a minute. The episode is similar to a moment last month on Capitol Hill, where the 81-year-old froze during a press conference and had to be led away.
It's been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of
Both episodes are difficult to watch, and they've drawn more attention to the issue of age in Washington. Senate Republicans have been supportive of McConnell staying in his leadership position. The senator's spokesperson says he felt lightheaded during the press conference and will see a doctor before his next event. Plenty of soccer fans are counting down to Messi mania. His MLS team, Inter Miami, is now gearing up for a match against LAFC. And the matchup will be tough. In just 10 matches, Messi has recorded 11 goals and 5 assists for Inter Miami. Wednesday, though, for only the second time in 10 games, the GOAT went scoreless. If you're thinking about watching him play this Sunday at BMO Stadium, it's gonna cost you. Yeah, according to TickPick, the get-in price is about $800. Yikes. And the most expensive ticket is near the bench at more than $33,000. What a neat loan. Well, Beyonce took over the Bay Area for her Renaissance tour, and now Queen Bee is headed our way. I'm so excited. Not only was she named honorary mayor of Santa Clara, but she was given special permission to perform beyond the 10 p.m. curfew. Very nice. Fans were decked out in their shimmery best, courtesy of Beyonce's request. And some people came as early as 2 a.m. to Levi's Stadium to get in line for merch. And the hype, despite the sizzling heat out there, the Queen's next stop is at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood for 3 nights starting Friday. I'll see you there. I'm pumped up. 2 college roommates have already learned plenty of life lessons about perseverance and defying the odds long before setting foot on campus. Turns out these 2 friends were first roommates as infants. Katie Blakely from NBC Dallas has their story.
UT Dallas students Seth and Tate didn't intend on going to the same school or living together. It just sort of worked out that way.
I feel like this has been a work in progress our whole lives.
They've been roommates before. Both were born in the NICU at Children's Health in August 2002, diagnosed with the same abnormal heart condition, hypoplastic left heart syndrome. Both given just a 40% chance of survival.
I've had 5 open heart surgeries. I've had a stroke. I have a paralyzed vocal cord. I've been care flighted. And at no point was I going to say, okay, this is my life.
Together, the pair persevered through surgeries and setbacks, undergoing the same specialized care at Children's Health and spending summers attending camp for heart patients.
Knowing what it's like to have a scar that goes right down the middle of your chest, like, you know, just those little things like that, and also just kind of simply not being like the one special heart kid, like we're all heart kids there.
Now they're going into their junior year of college, pursuing their own passions, golf for Tate, astrophysics for Seth. They know there will be more health challenges ahead, but it helps when you have a roommate who shares the same outlook on life.
For those of you that are worried about, you know, what's next, understand that there is nothing that says you can or can't do something.
I think it's easy to get caught up with what's a guarantee and what's not, and just the uncertainty about the future and stuff. But one, no one has really a guarantee on anything. And two, we're both already 21. Again, we weren't expected to live past really anything, really live past birth even. So, I mean, every day we have is a gift from God at this point. So how, you know, we've already defied so many odds. How many more will we defy?
Such a great message. A marriage proposal at an airport was almost ruined. Well, because it took place at an airport. You know, things can be unpredictable there, right? But first, let's skip to the good part.
Attention, Riya Shukla. You are hearing my voice because I really need to talk to you. Every minute that we have spent together have been the most amazing moments of my life. Will you marry me?
Congratulations, how exciting. So the planning took almost a month, but on the day of the proposal, her flight was canceled and rescheduled. And then she nearly missed that flight because of bad traffic. And finally, when she landed, her bag was lost. Can you imagine? Well, thankfully, her family members just kept nudging her to forget about the bags and just meet them in the arrivals hall. Oh, love always wins, right? And now they can fly high together through the journey of life. You see what I did there? Fly high together, airport. I hope you caught that. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4 weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.